Yeah.
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 Lizzie. All right. What's your favorite land formation?
What?
Dude, it's a 420 interval. You like a nice plateau, or you like a valley? Welcome to the Scheuneman Show, episode 59. We're here with Matt Demon. You can, you know him from his albums Demon King, Back from Hell, Cloudy Days, Homebrew, all kinds of good music, collaborations with Jet Smith, Freeway Tay, insert name here. He is a amazing lyrical local artist, and he's been on the show twice now, so this is a third time back. Working on the intros here, as you can see. I'm gonna try and come in with those little facts.
We're going to
about
do the AI thing.
Oh yeah, we are. We got to fill him in on that too. But I did tell you that I would. What I was gonna say was we were talking off camera before the mics heated up. I was trying to schedule something with Marquise to go see like a comedy show, and it's in June 15th, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so he texted me. He was like, "Hey, let me know the days that we're gonna do that." And I was like, "Okay." It's just one day. It's just one evening actually, and it's in Columbus. And
I didn't know that though.
He's like, "Oh, okay. I'll see if I can get that approved." And so I was like, you definitely can get it approved. It's 100%. That's like 2 months from now.
The way you looked at me.
And then he was like, "Well, you never know. Some people are on vacation." And I'm like, "No, dude.
Yeah, it's a small business, so I have to make sure other people aren't out because I have to cover for that. Nobody.
For sure." But would you agree, Matt, that 2 months is more than enough? They typically ask for 2 weeks.
I tell people I need 10 days, and I usually still get hit up the day before something happens.
Yeah, it's I was just like,
I didn't know. I mean, it's shocking to me too, but I understand.
It was no biggie. I was just like, yeah, dude, 2 months is there's no question that you'll be able to get.
Yeah, that's what's
Plus,
a little
that's
shocking.
the other thing. It's if you really needed to be at work, you could literally go to the show and then come back. You could be at work before and after the show if you needed to. So it's 2 months to get off 3 hours.
Day off, so we're good and
Yeah,
everything
it's all Gucci.
Gucci. Yeah.
God is good.
So, anyways, yes, we need to fill you in on.
We have a fast podcast today. We're gonna be a little jumpy.
Yeah, we had to run and get everything set up quickly because we're trying to be respectful to our guest. He has some things that he has to tend to. But we have, since you've been here last, we have obviously gotten the tables. We broke that fancy boy out.
How you liking it?
The table's fucking nice, bro. Yeah, this little setup feels a bit more official. Know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a better feel, in my opinion. I mean, just the feeling of being able to rest your hands down and not so right in front of the camera. You have, it's weird, but it almost feels like you have this table to hide behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. But back in the day, it's weird to look back, even after only recording 2-3 episodes with the table. It's weird looking back and being yeah, we just set up chairs and sat in front of a camera.
Literally, bro.
Now we have
It just seemed like we were just all closed in. Now we have sections of space.
Fucking me and Keith were talking before we, I was gonna say went live. Fuck me. But I remember recording the first episode I did with it was me and Jet, fucking you two goofballs, but we were just in your bedroom, you know what I mean, with the fucking.
Oh, that was back in our house.
Exactly, dude. So I mean, y'all have really come a long way,
Yeah,
I'm proud of both of you for what you've been able to get done.
Appreciate it.
We're proud of
man.
you, though.
I mean,
too.
we've got more
Music
room to improve even still, but we like to reminisce and think about those times too.
Yeah.
And I did hear you. I was in the bathroom. We definitely have always had mics. That's one thing we've always had.
That's why I was wondering.
We used to not have a camera. So we would be using iPhone video, and we used to not have lighting and all kinds of stuff.
Well, what I thought I knew you guys always had microphones, but what I thought you guys had were renting or had on loan or something was the first mixer. I think
Did we rent anything? I don't remember.
No, we didn't rent one. We've always had the same kind of mixer and same kind of mics. We have new mic condoms. That's one thing.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said.
But
mic condoms.
I don't know how much they do. I really don't. But they feel a little official. But
just change them after. Keep them sanitized, probably.
I don't
got,
think
like,
I've changed
hundreds.
my condom in like since we put it on. Are we supposed to be like changing these? This probably has like COVID in it and the fibers.
Jesus.
But anyway, so the other thing that we've done to kind of branch off from your everyday podcast, because you can't really just have a regular podcast anymore. You have to have something that's like separating yourself or like a niche. And one of the things has always been this, like, we're obviously connected to the clothing brand and we'll fill you in on all that. And you get to learn about pieces and collections and like behind the scenes facts. But the other thing is we have incorporated AI into the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of Googling, we'll ask AI. Or if we want to think of some extra questions to ask people or ourselves, we'll hit up AI because we have Chat PGT, I think it's called. I always mess it up.
Oh, yeah. So you know that you made a whole episode of South Park recently off Chat GPT?
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean,
Crazy as fuck.
it was co-written, and I want to know what parts the AI like helped with, because sometimes, like for example, there's this clothing brand that did like a runway show, and they said like, oh, AI helped edit this video, and it was like, oh, I wonder what it is, and then it's so obviously just this one piece of the clip where it like does this weird like glitchy thing, and like nothing else seems like AI had anything to do with it.
Oh, shit.
But with South Park, I bet it could have been a lot, because
How
you
much
can have
do they really go in? Like, how much detail do they have of the AI?
In my opinion, it was pretty like you could tell what was like Trey Parker and those guys, and like what was Chat GPT, because they kind of went out of their way to robotically animate the way the characters move.
Yeah, that, and like just the fact that you can tell this app to write a script. Like I could say, write a script about two best friends that grew up in Worthington, Ohio, and have a podcast, blah blah blah. Make it this, make it that, make it a horror movie, and and then it will just write you a script.
Horror movie.
So yeah. Anyway, what Marquise was referencing is we've been opening the episodes with like having the chat bot say like, "Welcome to the Scheuneman Show" or whatever.
We need to get a fan. Can we change the voice?
I don't think we can yet, but that's got to be an update that's coming up
They all
soon.
want like a podcast tag, like a producer tag for the podcast.
That would be sweet.
I've been
that.
begging motherfuckers to
Yeah.
like send in like an intro song or an outro song or a tag or anything.
Asking the wrong people.
So I mean, I put it out on my stories, just waiting to see who reached out, and like,
I live under a rock, bro. You gotta text me. Right?
so what would you be like referring to as like a tag? Like what would that
So
be?
like in my music where I've produced the beats and shit, you either hear the "Hey Demon, go get him,"
Yeah.
or why am I drawing a blank on my own other tag? I don't know. I've been using the other one mainly recently, and so that's just like, I mean, that's powered by AI. I fucking went on Uber Duck and gave them money for the ones that I've got, so I just figured that out.
So I know like a producer tag, but like for a podcast, would it just play the same exact way? Like as soon as the podcast starts, it's just like a little audio clip that comes on.
Okay, cool.
That would be cool. I just that would be something that would make more sense to add on to like an intro song or like an intro theme music type shit.
Well, but Joe Rogan's got the Joe Rogan experience.
That's true.
And that
Yeah.
starts the fucking show, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, let me give you your da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right, I'm down. Yeah. I
got you.
I'll hit you up, give you a couple little things, and then maybe you can make something and we'll check it out and
Please do.
we'll put it on one.
Give me 12 hours.
But as we were saying with
time and everything.
Bro, I mean, it probably wouldn't take me super long.
wait,
I'll
did you
work
say
quick.
12 hours it would
12
take?
hours.
Yeah, give me like 12 hours. Like, tell me what you want, and I'll just.
Oh
get back
yeah,
to
yeah,
you in
because
12
you'll like
hours.
have to like get through whatever you're doing at the moment. It's not going to take like 12 hours to start and then finish.
No, I gotta work in 9 hours for my day job.
Okay. So I have some interview questions for you.
Of course.
We can run through a couple of topics, just regular type stuff. And then also, as I said, AI has some questions for you.
Okay.
So maybe we could play a game where I'll ask you a question and you can let me know if you think it's an AI question or a question I thought of.
That'd be
You
cool.
got the right guy. I got you.
So this will be fun. But before we go into the interview section, I have to say it is weird that every time you come in, some shit is happening, like war type stuff
Hey, man.
overseas. Like when you first came on, it was like the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war, which is that what we're calling that now, by the way?
I guess, yeah. Ukrainian invasion.
Yeah, it's type shit. Which I'm still surprised that that's still going on.
I know,
It's pretty
right?
wild
Bro,
to
I
me.
knew this shit wasn't going to be what they were saying it was. Everything takes so long to happen.
I thought it would just be a type of thing where like Russia just wiped like Ukraine off the map in a disrespectful way. But
Really?
Ukraine has put up a hell of a fight.
No.
I didn't mean it in a, like
Jeez.
it's just the fact that like it's not fair. It's not a fair fight. Like it's
mean,
not like
Out though.
it's like, oh, they're going to get the smoke. Like, it's not like that. I want Ukraine to win, but, like, which, by the way, I have friends that side with Russia, like, which is weird as fuck to me.
That's oddly
Very strange.
bananas, yeah.
Yeah.
that's
They pro-Hitler,
I mean, probably. These people are contradicting motherfuckers.
hanging out with the wrong kind of whites.
Dude, I mean, it's not a white, but
That's even more outlandish.
it's pretty wild, dude. It's
What?
like you're siding with people that wouldn't side with you, I think. But we're getting off track.
Of course, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, North Korea just shot a ballistic missile into the ocean between, I think it was like South Korea and Japan or something.
I mean,
It's just pretty wild, dude. That happened like a few days ago.
I didn't even know about that, honestly. It is, and the last time I was on, it was Russia was testing out the nuclear submarine.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, that
yes.
thing is
Yeah,
Which is
episode.
still horrifying
Hey
to me.
man, just every time I come by, fucking, there's shit going on that we have, we have shit to talk about.
It's almost like every time, like if there's like some war going on or some news story about a war, it's like, oh, Matt's about to come on.
Exactly.
You think you could ask the AI to predict the war, or like what's gonna happen?
The winner of the Russia-Ukraine war?
Yeah, like
Dude, so I've got a little bit of a beef with this AI bot. I might be looking into a new one. We're going to do what you just said, but I've found out that you have to make sure you're asking it appropriate questions.
Oh yeah. that's-
I asked it to make a fucking Joey Diaz type joke about cocaine, and it was like, I cannot do that. We need to.
Until cocaine, yeah.
Yeah, and but then my dad sent me this weird request where he was like, "Can you have can you have AI make a Joe Rogan joke about the culture who uses one hand to?" It was like something weird, like one hand to eat and the other to wipe their ass with. It was like some weird joke, but
What?
it was something about like snowflake culture, and he was asking it to be like a Joe Rogan type joke. And so I tried to do that, and I typed it in, and it was like, no, we have to support all cultures. And I was like, okay, maybe the culture is what threw it off. And then I was like, okay, can you write a Joe Rogan joke about snowflakes? And it still was like, that's inappropriate.
I mean, AI is in a delicate spot right now, man. You got people like Elon Musk, like tech giants, like modern Tony Stark's really coming out here trying to pass a fucking 6-month bill, or a bill that would put AI technology at a standstill for the next 6 months.
What?
Yeah, because I thought that Elon was scared of it, but at the same time was welcoming it because he said, if you can't beat him, might as well join him.
He just, realistically, dog, he just wants 6 months to get ahead of where it's currently at.
Okay.
And then fucking be on top of it.
So he's
up again.
he's still okay with having it out there. He just wants a little pause button.
Yeah, basically.
He's just kind of being a scummy rich guy, honestly.
Oh,
He just wants to pause where it's at publicly so he can come up from behind and be the best AI guy. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a business move.
I was thinking that maybe it was like he's looking at it from the perspective of like everybody.
Oh, no,
but
he's
no,
trying to
just him. He's just trying to make them coins.
Trying to snuff out the competition, man. It's fucked up.
But it is strange to hear you on the side of AI, which is I think what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah, I'm with it. It's in certain aspects. I'm not with using like I'll specify. So if you're a rapper that's in a label deal, right? That label owns or has control over the sound that you have that comes out.
Yeah.
Say an AI song comes out, like this new Drake and The Weeknd song that's fucking doing crazy numbers. That's not even them. So it's like, man.
But that's the thing.
It's a whole legal thing, and then what's crazy about it, right? Is so say you did a perfect Michael Jackson impression,
Yeah.
and I wanted to remix Beat It.
Okay,
Right?
yeah.
They can't sue us just because you sound like Michael Jackson, even if it's a 1-to-1 comparison.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know this
No, you're
bitch was
fine.
gonna start popping off, bro.
that's the the fishy waters with the whole thing right now is just fucking like, can you sue something for doing a perfect parody? Legally, no.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking you'd be kind of against it because you start to hear these songs that are being made where people type in lyrics and then say, okay, make this sound like Drake. Okay, make this sound like so and so, and it's scary how well it's done.
Yeah, it does that.
So pretty much you're saying AI can easily just take your job as a rapper.
I mean, you still, it still needs to sound like you, right? It's still selling you. It's just not you doing any of the legwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got to be famous Matt Damon to have robot songs made of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is it's kind of taking away from the need of new artists or maybe, yeah, I guess new artists because if you can always make, let's just use Juice WRLD as an example.
Yeah.
He's gone, unfortunately. But if you could keep making Juice WRLD songs until the end of time, and it really sounds like Juice WRLD, then not only do you take away the need for Juice WRLD to make new music, maybe he was a bad example because he's gone, but like you also take away the need for like new artists to come in and give yeah, exactly. So it's just weird. I mean, I think it's very interesting. I think it is cool, but it's scary because these AI things are gonna take
Not
jobs.
even for people who are already famous, but people who are coming up and stuff. You know, they
Yeah.
do the same thing, and
Well, but see, it's like, you got to look at it from the other side of the coin, though. It's like, say I make a song and it sounds good as fuck, and then I have AI Drake on that bitch, and it sounds like Drake, and the song is fucking crazy, and it goes viral on TikTok. At that point, that shit is aggressively helpful.
Yeah, I mean, because you have access to whatever feature you want.
Exactly. Now, is it like... It's such a fucking gray area, honestly. Like, the future of the music industry as a whole, because of this AI shit, is going to be mad interesting to kind of keep an eye on.
Did you hear how like I forget who exactly it was, maybe it was Universal, I don't know, but I think it was an artist came out and was like, yo, stop this. We don't like this. Like it was a couple big artists came out like
Drake.
and were like, no,
Yeah,
you
Drake is
can't
not
be
with
doing
this
this.
AI shit.
And they like reached out. Yeah, that's what they did. They reached out to Spotify and said, hey, you need to put a stop to these AI accounts. If you can tell that it's an AI produced song or an AI made song, then you need to not let them make money off of it. And so the question is, are they going to do that? Are they going to jump and do what they're asking them to do? Or are they going to be like, well, this could be interesting. Let's see.
I mean, due to fucking that law I was going over earlier, I mean, if I put it in there as Drake and it's on Drake's official Spotify page, that could be grounds for some kind of legal shit. But if I put Robot Drake, or like just use a whole different name entirely, like say I'm on a fucking, it's Matt Damon featuring Pietro.
Yeah.
It just, you know what I mean? So there's ways to maneuver with it to where, by the way the laws currently are, you can kind of get away with it, but it's still it's nothing I'm going to look into anytime soon. Like cover art and like producer tags and stuff, that's mad different.
Yeah.
But as far as like kind of stealing someone's essence for a track, I don't know.
The cover art is a big thing for me too, because like that's graphic designers. Like
Yeah.
I do see like that's super helpful for people to get a quick piece of art and you can curate it however you want. But like, bro, there's artists who still have their thing, their flavor, and they can make something that the AI can't necessarily like do the same. Exactly. But it's gonna cost you more and it's gonna take longer. So from your perspective, yeah, I get how it might be hard to actually reach out to a real life artist.
But that's also the thing.
But
too,
at the
is
same
cost.
time, like it sounds like you plan on using AI to make cover art type stuff.
So I'm using the single I have coming out Saturday, a new song the 22nd. That's gonna be, I mean, that's an AI picture of my fucking face, but put in like an old-fashioned type painting style. I'll just
Do you have a profile picture that's AI, by the way? Because
on Instagram, yeah.
okay, I was gonna
That
ask
same
you
batch
about
of
that.
photos I
Yeah.
got the this one here from, bro.
Sorry, Marquise. What were you gonna say?
No, I was agreeing with you when you were talking about
That right there.
the cost of it. Like that's
That's crazy as fuck, son.
Let me see.
Like,
If you send it, I could put it up on here. And we
Yeah, we'll put it up.
Bet.
Now that we're on the
That's
subject,
crazy.
I think we might as well do our reaction to the AI art that we had get made of us.
bro, yeah, we need.
I got an app. By the way, you save money for sure, like hiring artists or not hiring artists, but they're expensive apps. Like if you get the legit ones, it's like $8 a week.
Right.
Before we get so far from your original question, do you want to know what this AI thing just said about predicting the Ukraine-Russia war?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
what's,
yeah.
what's the
It
road?
might be. I didn't read all of it, so it might be disappointing. But it says as an. I'll just. Well, it can. No, I'll just read it because I don't know how to make it read it again. But as an AI assistant, I don't possess the ability to predict future events or outcomes. My purpose is to assist you with tasks and answer questions to the best of my knowledge based on available information. It's important to note that political and military conflicts are complex and constantly evolving, and any predictions or speculations should be based on credible sources and expert opinions. So thanks for not answering my question, because it could have used information that's out there to predict. Like, I'm not saying tell me exactly what's going to happen, but I'm sure you could be like, all right, well, Russia's spending budget is this, and their soldiers are that. Like,
No, yeah, I mean, you put it that way. Yeah,
did you see they put Drake's voice on Ice Spice's, her, like, #1 single? I forget what it was called.
Yeah, they did Kanye's voice on it too. The shit's funny as fuck.
It's so goofy, bro, because it's like talking about hopping on dicks and shit. And it's just Drake's voice.
I heard what kind of threw me for a loop earlier. I heard fake Ariana Grande cover an Arabic song.
Dude, see, you can get
It was
such
perfect.
crazy
It was
outcomes.
perfect, bro. Like,
And it's scary how nice it sounds. Like, it doesn't sound. By the way, just make sure you keep the mic.
oh yeah, my
Sorry.
bad.
I
mean, I
I hate being the guy that has to say.
No,
that,
you're
but,
fine. You're fine. You're right.
But yeah, it's just weird because it's getting good. The art creation is surprisingly not as good as like some of the like answering questions and like doing the recreation of voices and shit.
Yeah.
But there was another question. Oh yeah. Shit, I keep forgetting. I had this one question I was gonna ask you about some AI related.
You're supposed to
thing.
interview him.
No, we're gonna get into that,
Yeah.
motherfucker. You said you wanted to react to the AI art that was
We were
made.
supposed to do that last episode, but we didn't.
Well, we recorded a 2-parter and still didn't get to that, but we'll put this up for people to see. Let me find one that doesn't have.
Oh, goober.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So, who do you think this is?
That's Marquise for sure.
No way.
Isn't that wild, dude? I think I just had it put in like magical art type, and it was a picture of Marquise up against that wall.
It's fucking wild. It's completely, everything's changed, bro.
Dude, I mean, they made you look pretty damn sexy.
Oh, thanks, bro.
I mean, AI's a fan, bro.
Yeah. And then we got me over here with.
Why you sound like that, bro? This AI.
Dude, they give you.
Bro, that's
they
just
give,
2 Marquises.
They give you some crazy jaw lines.
What the fuck?
I see it in the hair, but like that's about it.
Right, like.
But I can't sit here and say I see any similarities because people are going to be looking at this picture and then looking at me and being like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Just completely changed everything.
We recently did a thumbnail with AI art.
I saw that, yeah. Fuck.
Dude, someone texted me and said, "Why does Julian look so different?"
Mad
Dude,
Jewish.
bro, you're
The best way
fried.
possible. Mad
It's
Jewish.
so gnarly. Like, it's crazy if anybody thought that was actually a real picture. It's clearly.
bro, that was amazing.
I loved how you looked. It was so funny, dude. We'll put it up here. But, like, do you see his fucking face?
Yeah, bro. So like, I saw this and I was like, maybe it's a guest, but I was like, I don't know.
Maybe it's a guest,
They
like,
made
from the
you-
hospital
they
or
made
something.
You look like you have one of those fake fucking like.
That's
plastic
Marquise.
Glasses and noses on.
That's
Bro, we're-
Marquise.
Bro, I could see us as a cartoon or something like that.
They
like
did you
some
dirty as fuck with that one, son.
Dude, I could, and I look like Bob, kind of like a scary version of Bob. Like I can, because I look a little elderly.
You kind of do.
Yeah.
Only in the face though.
Yeah.
They made us both old.
It's really bothering
Sure.
me because I had a legitimate question about AI and like you making music, and I can't fucking think of it. I guess I'll just say like, what would be your dream like AI verse to get? You said Drake a lot, but is that who you would?
That's probably hard, bro. There's so
I
many.
mean, it's really. That's kind of an odd call for me. You know what I'm saying? Because the options are limitless. I mean, like they've got. I mean, Eminem, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, it's really anyone I've ever looked up to within hip hop. I can kind of have at my disposal.
Yeah.
via robotic means. It was not the same as getting into like. If I got to meet Slick Rick, I'd shit my fucking pants.
Yeah, you don't
know
get the
what I'm saying?
excitement
Like
of meeting them and
exactly.
like
It's
creating
just-
with them.
It takes the soul out of it for me. So I wouldn't employ an AI verse, but if I were to do it, I'd probably go with fucking Kanye, just because I know his he's Kanye, dude. We make the same beats. It's gonna fucking sound good.
Here's the question: if you go with a Kanye verse, are you still gonna get all of the like media attention for working with Kanye? Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean I can only promote it so much is the thing, right? Because I can't broadcast it as a Kanye song because that's disingenuous.
but then again, like there's also people who would react a certain way to seeing you with Kanye for all types of different reasons.
True.
So do you think they would react in any type of similar way? Like, say you didn't outright say that it's an AI verse, but it might be kind of obvious if you thought about it.
Right.
Like, if you put out a song with Kanye and then people started to like realize it's AI, like, do you think people would still react as though you made a song with actual Kanye?
No, no, for sure no. Because I mean, like I was saying earlier, the only way I can go about having that song exist and make money off of it without getting sued is if I say it's robot Kanye. So from jump, I have to broadcast that it's not real Kanye. So I really think it would just be like more of like that's fucking dumb more than it would be like oh fuck Matt's with Kanye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I would probably lean like going with an artist that's not with us anymore, because I think that's where you're gonna get like the most like, oh, this would be impossible otherwise.
You're not wrong. I mean, a Tupac verse or a Biggie verse on a Matt Damon record would be fucking insane.
Yeah.
To
Be
me,
like,
it's just better to live in the realm
no
of
way, bro.
acceptance, like they are
Real
definitely
life.
out here. If I'm able to, by legitimate means, get a hold of a Tupac verse or a Biggie verse, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's to go straight to a robot is to cheat myself the adventure that would be. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And like, it's always going to be better, in my opinion as a human being, to go through shit organically.
Plus, like, when you don't work with an artist, like when you're in the studio together, you don't get to bounce ideas back and forth and then see what it becomes, because there's a certain thing that you get when you are in the room with someone and you get to show your creative ideas and then blend them with their creative ideas. Like, there's like a bounce back kind of thing,
Right.
but you don't get that when you're just like, hey, make this verse
Exactly.
this type of
Tell
way.
the robot to do the thing, and it does the thing.
Yeah, it's stupid. But like, what do you put on your hot dogs? We're going into the interview.
What kind of hot dog we talking about?
I mean, first of all, what kind of hot dog do you prefer? Like a brat or like a hot dog, a foot long?
100% Angus beef hot dogs is my vibe.
Alrighty.
Foot long it would be. It's kind of sus. I fucking just
say.
like your average 100% beef fucking ballpark hot dog. My go-to condiments, fucking if I'm just on some normal shit, a little bit of mustard, ketchup. Ideally, I love Skyline, bro. I'm a fucking.
Yeah, Skyline's
so,
not bad.
Bro, fucking couple conies, bro. I'm set.
But like, it's easy for us, like each of us, to be like, oh yeah, I put ketchup and mustard on my hot dogs. But like, what's your like favorite type of hot dog? But like, when you're feeling like, oh, I'm gonna go out a little bit, like I'm gonna throw this and that on there.
Onions for me.
I mean, that makes sense. So yeah, onions and jalapenos for real, like a chili cheese coney, but with jalapenos and onions. That'd be.
I can
super
fuck with
ideal.
that.
I'd be mad.
Because we've had an episode in the past where we discussed my hot dog order at Sheetz.
Oh man, but it's good.
No, it's so good, but I've gotten so much hate from it. Like, it's a polarizing order.
Your fucking order from Sheetz.
So,
Hot dog.
so I'll go and I get two hot dogs,
Yeah.
and I throw boom boom sauce on there, which is guaranteed to give you a fucked up bowel movement the next day.
Yeah.
It burns a little bit, and then
Just
with the
cleaning
boom boom sauce, you throw. I go diced onions now, but I used to go red onions because I love me a red onion.
I get that. Yeah.
So, and then you throw banana peppers and jalapenos on there, and then you're working with fire. And honestly, if I'm splurging, I might throw a little bit of pepper jack cheese on there, but usually it's just the boom boom sauce, banana peppers, jalapenos, and onions. And then, dude, you got yourself a glizzy. It's so nice, dude. What about you, Marquise? What do you put in on your hot dog?
Probably ketchup, mustard, onions.
Good job, mustard, onion.
I don't know about cheese. I don't really like. I think cheese masks a lot of things.
You definitely got to melt it, but
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
probably assumed.
Cheese on most things.
There's some. I think I'm missing something, but
Chocolate sauce?
Sometimes, I'm feeling.
Bro, we should make, dude. I just thought, like, what if you made like a dessert hot dog where the wiener or whatever is a fucking churro, and then you like sprinkle on some like, whipped cream, some chocolate sauce, and then instead of the bun, it's like a cinnamon roll type bun, bro. I'm working.
Or make a.
It's 420 right now, by the way.
dog, like a breakfast corn dog. Like
Yeah, dude, like a dessert
Oh,
corn dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lizzie. All right, what's your favorite land formation?
What?
Dude, it's a 420 interval. It's like a nice plateau, or are you like a valley?
Personally,
We could pull up some.
there's something about a nice polar landscape that I find to be quite captivating.
All right, yeah, I mean, just a landscape.
Just a big snowy fucking,
Snowy.
just a big snowy pit of fuck with a little bit of grass sprinkled around.
Yeah, like a tundra.
Yeah, like some shit Bob Ross would paint. I'm
Yeah.
into the tundras. Yeah, big
Dude,
tundra
I
guy.
feel like Bob Ross like really painted a lot of stuff.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
period,
you sure
period.
fucking did.
He made a journey,
You're
bro.
absolutely right, son.
But I was gonna say I think he like leaned away from snowy landscapes, which is weird because I don't know about you, but like a nice blanket of snow untouched makes me want to go in that shit. But it's just
Really?
so cold and uncomfortable. But if
Yeah.
I see a blanket of snow, nothing gets me more erect.
I want to make an igloo.
Respectable.
An igloo, bro. That's nice. That is nice.
Nothing gets me more erect.
So
Damn thing.
do you have any bad habits or guilty pleasures that you care to share with us on the show?
Man, so I'm terrible about fucking biting off my nails for real. That's something I'm really working on.
Okay.
Doing good right now, but like I just hit my thumb the other night and I was fucking. So that shit's I need to stop doing.
Bro,
that.
How do
my
you think
thumb is tender right now. My cat got me, and I got a fucking sore up.
Damn.
Dude, the fucking hangnails are the
Oh,
worst. That's the only time I bite nails is to snip off a hangnail. But
As fuck.
how do you think that started? Because that's never been something I do, but I know so many people.
Man.
Is it like a nervous thing or like?
So I just, as a child, fucking you cut your nails with a little clipper or whatever. And I think there just comes a point in time where you're like, oh, hey, I want to cut this. Oh, I don't know where the clippers are. And so the first
Okay.
time you do it is innocent enough, just like human shit, trying to figure out this issue you're having. But then over time, because you're told, your parents sees you do that, and they're like, oh, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
But it's this thing that in your mind is like a normal thing to do because in a way it kind of is.
Yeah.
But it's also like that's kind of a gross habit.
That's
for
how
real.
Matt made
like,
it to drugs.
when
That's when I started doing crystal meth.
when I for me, I have to look really think about it for it to become gross to me. Like when I just at face value, when you say, "Oh, I bite my nails," I don't think of it as like immediately gross. But then
Yeah.
once you do think about it, like you got dirt and like
I'll be touching shit all day,
Yeah.
like fucking. It's just I gotta stop doing it.
See, I used to bite my nails, and then my stepmom back in the day told me that she got worms one time biting. So I pick
oh,
'em.
God.
I don't bite my nails.
That's a
at
hell
all.
of a deterrent.
pick.
Yeah.
dude. One
Full
thing
of worms.
I recommend, like either they make like nail polish that like tastes like trash.
Yeah, and
But also, I've noticed that I don't even like eating stuff like with my hands. Obviously, after I've gone to the gas station, have you ever like picked up a pump, or not picked up a pump, but like you put gas into your nice.
Thank you.
Maybe that could be the drop. But you pick up the gas thing and you fill your car, and then afterwards for like an hour, your hand tastes and smells like just fingerprints and gasoline.
I mean, I do what I can to not taste my hand, what
That's
I
true.
mean. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. Yeah, everything just kind of smells ambiently of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
Not the good kind.
gasoline smell, like a pool of it, but I don't like gasoline smell like I just touched the nozzle thing.
Right.
Secondhand gasoline, they call it.
oh, do you remember the time we were trying to start a fire out back, and fucking
We've started a lot of fires.
it started coming up to the
Arsonists.
gas can?
Oh yeah, dude. There was this. I don't know if this is the same time, but we had this like gas can, and we were. I think this is it, but I don't know. There was a time I was trying to write. I might be meshing two stories together, but I was trying to write a message for a girl that I liked, and gasoline, and I was like lighting it as I was like pouring on the period or something, and it carried up into the gas can, and like it looks crazy when it does that, and you feel like you're near death, and like
You are.
and then so what Marquise is saying, I literally like chucked it, and as I chucked it, the fire followed it, like it was just like a mist of fire. It was pretty wild.
Fuck.
But I think
it might be too. Yeah, I think it might.
because I think I was alone when I wrote that message. I was like trying to ask this girl out.
I'm talking about like out back here.
Yeah, no, that was back here too.
Oh shit! Then I don't know.
I was asking out one of your exes after you had your way with her.
Yeah.
We have a
Fucking wild.
we have a bad history with that.
Yeah, we.
But it was okay. We had like I had asked
sick
you
fucks,
for approval, and then I think you ended up like
Which one though?
stealing her anyway. But he was like, "Yeah, dude, it's fine."
Couple
Waits a
of
few
sluts.
weeks, and then he just fucking
I
fucks
do.
her in the back of a car. But yeah. So
All right.
he puts the sunglasses on. No, but it was. I thought that was a good idea. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be like, will you date me?" And I'll write it in fire. That's edgy. And
Write
cool.
it in fire.
Yeah, dude. But
I would have said yes.
yeah, she did.
And you,
Oh fuck you!
But how's your hangover, buddy? Are you still hungover?
honestly, I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I've been drunk for the bulk of the past 3 weeks.
What's going on?
I'm doing okay. I don't have a problem. I'm okay.
All right.
But
I've been there.
fucking,
I don't judge.
I just, I don't know, man. Like, everything's been pretty cool for the most part. You know, new jobs kick ass. Fucking music's just getting better and better. But
They're sick. I really do.
I mean, I do what I can. But I don't know, man. I'm out here, you know, enjoying my
Dodging the
youth.
question.
But
You're out here dodging the question. Why?
I'm getting there.
Having a good time.
I'm getting there.
Okay. I'll let you get
So I'm on the hunt for Miss Demon right now. You know, I'm really trying to like get somebody locked in now that I can really like build this whole life I'm envisioning
Verse
with.
with you and everything.
I mean, if
Would you
she
date a rapper?
I'd rather pull a Nas and date like a singer or something. You know
Well,
what
yeah,
I mean?
like an artist.
But like I mean, if she happens to rap, I mean that's fucking phenomenal. Like that's
There's
great.
only
We'll do a
certain
whole
type
collab
of
tape.
girl that's gonna rap. You know.
Yeah, you know.
In this hunt, you've been kind of. Is it that you're feeling discouraged, or you're just going out a lot to talk to people, or?
So it's just kind of like, you know, it's just typical fucking, you know, you meet somebody and everything's perfect, and then just because you're still getting to know them, there's some shit they have going on that causes things to not kind of work out.
Yeah.
And I just, I know that happens, and I know what time we're living in now with what generation we're in on top of that, but I'm just, I'm a hopeless romantic, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to take care of a bitch. Fucking
Take care. I'm a hopeless romantic. Take care of a bitch.
I want to take care of a bitch, man. Like, cook her food, bro. I'm an excellent cook. My home is clean, bro. I live alone. Like,
We've got a
there's
platform
plus
right
sides.
here. So if you want to say anything to some lady that might potentially be watching that you could
Man,
fall in love with, it doesn't have to be like, oh, fucking suck your toes, but like you could just
I ain't with the toast for real.
put out like an application or something of like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm looking for this, and if you're looking for that, then maybe we can
Hey,
make
it's
a baby or something.
Make a baby or something, just something light, you know, like make a life.
Pretty much what we're saying is if there's any bitches that want taken care of, come on out of the shadows and you
They
know,
mean to say any females that wanna.
yeah.
Look, if you're respectful young women in the local area of Columbus, you know what I'm saying, and you want to like tap in with me, I'm not really on social media like that, but I'm still an accessible person. You can tap in with me, you know, have a conversation, kind of go from there. You know what I mean? I work 40 hours a week doing music, a lot of little stuff like this every now
He's
and
a
again.
hardworking man.
But at the same time, you know what I mean? I always make time for those that I care about. So if you want to be one of those people, holler at your man.
And listen how smooth
Matt
talking it is. You can have he's a good podcast guest. You can have a mature conversation with him. Yeah, dude.
Episodes where I'm on do numbers.
Very present, very just, happy to be where he's at. So
Mad thankful.
I just thought of a fun game we could play.
Oh shit.
What's the game?
What if like me or you say something like along the lines of like what we just did with like, if there's any bitches out there looking to get fucked, and like say it to the camera, but then Marquise comes in and he's like, you know how and Key and Peele, they would have.
Oh, they mean
Oh, the Obama translator.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it would be like either like the rapper translator or like the mad like horny translator or something.
Really means.
So do you want to like try it like once?
What he's trying to say here is this. Hit me with something salacious. Go ahead.
So like, which one of us should say something very crass so that he can translate it?
Fuck.
Let me translate. One of you say something crazy. I got you. I'll
Okay.
translate. Perfect.
We can pass it around a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I can do crass pretty well.
You and these bitches, apparently, you couple of fucking whores.
So I've been getting my heart broken a lot by these dumbass thoughts, and like I'm just tired of stupid bitches, and I want to fall in love, but like so many of these women that I meet are just like dumb.
No, so what Julian meant to say there is, he's currently on the hunt for a meaningful relationship, and he's feeling disdain about the matter as, you know, at time things progress. They've proven to be difficult. That low-key threw me off completely.
No, I saw the alarm. It's a little bit sketchy alarm.
It was so perfect in my head as you were going. I was like, oh, this is going to be great.
We can do another one. Hold on. I was recently in a relationship with this little whore, and she just like had her expectations were like way too high. Like she wanted me to like buy her flowers, but like also take her on a trip, and like I just think that's really stupid. And she was like a 5. This is getting really fucked up. Like, I'm just trying to like lay it on
What are you
thick.
talking about, bro?
This is not a real person. But yeah, let's move on. Because I thought Marquise would be like a really like good like he would just be like, well, like he just wants love and like, you know, he'll take care of you.
He's been going to church lately, looking for the right one.
Real man of God.
All right. So, if your music was a flavor of ice cream, what flavor would it be?
Mint chocolate chip.
Why did I think mint? I was thinking mint.
Ooh, why? Because it's mint?
Because it's timeless, you feel me? Like, I'm
Okay.
on some classic shit, you know? This ain't Rocky Road, bro. This
But
ain't
it's also
fucking,
not vanilla.
This ain't a fudge sundae. Yeah, I'm not fucking
Not fudge sundae.
Yeah.
Hip-hop is 50 years old, you know what I mean? I'm still pulling from the late 90s when I was born.
It's always shocking to me how new it actually is. But go on. So, mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip, bro. It's smooth. It's delicious. You can't go wrong with it, bro. Personally, I could inhale this shit for forever.
Pairs
And
nicely with other things.
It's got just enough bit of chocolate in there
Yeah.
to make it appealing to a wider demographic.
Did you add any toppings though, or like?
Nah, just
just
straight time-tested classic.
What does the chocolate chip represent?
So, as a white hip hop artist, there is a culture at play that I would like to consider myself a member of, but I'm kind of like with Jack Harlow on the sidelines. You know, it's just Jack Harlow's got bits of chocolate going on there himself. That song with the STG is fire. So you gotta bob and I mean, I come from a super diverse background, you know, like I look like this, but I'm fucking majoritively Italian. I got Puerto Rican family. The man I respect as my father is a black guy. Like growing up, man, I just did not have your typical like little suburban white dude upbringing. You know, I'm around mad cultures all the time. Everything is super different, and so like musically, I try to pull from all of these things that have influenced me over my life.
I was gonna say like if there you kind of already answered it, but I was gonna be like, okay, you may play white, but is there a race or a culture that even is a little bit in you that you could like hide behind as like, nah, I'm not really that white because I'm also
Italian.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Italians aren't white, bro.
Yeah,
We're not white people.
There's derogatory terms for them, which pretty much means that they're not white.
There were signs back when fucking people were initially, my family was coming over from Ellis Island and shit, signs in the windows like no blacks, no Italians.
Yeah.
No Irishmen, no Italians. It's just like, it's shitty, you know, but so we're really like not on the oppressive end of it. My Italian family's name is Tullio, and that shit goes back to the Etruscan period. And the Etruscans had, you know, their whole thing going on. Then the Romans came in and like sodomized and ransacked the shit out of them. Jesus. And that's how the Roman Empire got built, on the backs of my people. So
he's dealt with some oppression back in the day.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
His family.
Me and my personal life, no, not whatsoever. But No, I'm not.
You know,
Yeah, I'm not with all the fucking American white nonsense. Ultimately.
My answer to the question about land formations was like plateaus. I think
Oh, see, that's
plateaus are
fair.
pretty
Yeah,
cool. You
we'll
can find a
circle
pretty
back.
cool
Yeah, that's a good
plateau in the
one.
desert. They're
Yeah.
like it's just pretty wild how you can get like a flat surface
Yeah.
on top of like a big mound or mountain type thing. I am not saying that white people have had to deal with racism. I'm just saying that like we are the white people are like you can shit on them however you want and it's fine.
Certain white people. You know what I
They
mean?
are
'Cause, like,
different.
I've like in the wild in my travels have came across white people who have had something mildly insensitive said to them about something completely random, and they just jump straight to race. And so it's
Yeah.
just like we are all, you know what I mean, positive, well-thinking people on the more like, liberal end of things, of course. That being said, I just there's still a lot of people that are not. A lot of like older white guys, fucking in 30s, 40s, whatever, just aren't quite there yet, or aren't quite willing to embrace the times of change. That the times are changing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
And so, I mean, I think it's a good thing at the end of the day, because regardless of anything, it's progression. We're moving forward. It's just, like I said, we had a good run. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah, for
But
sure.
it's time for the pendulum to swing back in the other direction.
The pendulum is always swinging, and I'm in no way trying to be like, oh yeah, we're dealing with this, and it's so hard for blah 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 blah. If I
course.
was going to make a point that I actually do feel, my only point would be that I don't believe that we should be like, oh yeah, the white person has had it so good for so long, we should be shitty to them because that's anti-racism.
I
I
don't
think
think
that we
anyone should
should
be shitty
all
to
be
anyone.
okay to everybody
that's
and
what I'm
treat all as equals.
Yeah.
That's
Agreed.
that's the only thing I'm saying.
Completely.
But
Completely.
by the way, that ice cream music flavor thing, that was a AI question.
Oh, heard.
I know we forgot about that game, but
I thought the second one
We
was
are
more
just about
AI.
fucking out of
Yeah.
time,
It's
unfortunately. Do you
3:40,
have
my
another
guy.
question for me before
all
we
right, yeah,
wrap up
yeah,
here?
yeah. We'll run through. Damn, we had to end on that fucking note. I was
Yeah,
like getting
bro,
comfortable and shit. All right, I give me two questions. Two
Okay,
questions. What emotion pushes you the most? Like, what gets you the most inspired? Is that happiness? Is that
Sadness.
sadness? So like failure or like
Not
not
even
that you're
like
taking
I
L's,
just
no
like
L's ever, but
on some existential shit, you know what I mean? Like it's healthy to sit back and contemplate your own mortality. And when I sit back and further realize as I get older that that is a finite thing, that the time we have here is limited, therefore it is precious. So it does kind of make me sad though, because as time goes on, I've lost a lot of people that I care about already in my life. To lose more people sounds terrible.
yeah.
And so but the harder I go musically now, the better I can ideally make the lives for myself and the people I would be sad to see go.
So when you start thinking about like losing your own life or the people around you, it pushes you to try and make a better life for
Yeah.
the time that you have.
Loss and pain, for real, yeah.
I think that's a pretty. I mean, all answers are good and that kind of thing, but I think that's a pretty good answer.
Thank you.
I would probably agree or be on that same boat of like when I'm feeling discouraged, sad, or down. I usually get inspired to create more, but I think I think it's an interesting question to ask people because I feel like you
Absolutely.
can learn a lot about someone that way. But God, I have so many fucking questions for you. Let me find like the perfect last question. See, like thoughts on Kim K sample. I thought it would be funny if there was like a Biden stuttering sample. I was gonna ask you about like what your favorite sample is. I was gonna be like if you could be any celebrity, would you have Trump's hair or the worst farts? If your favorite music was what's the weird? Have you ever? Have you ever what's the weirdest place that you've made or written for a song? Or have you like ever written on the toilet? And what song might you have written on the toilet?
So I wrote Priceless, my verse on Priceless, while I was taking a shit. And then once I was done taking a shit, washed my hands, called Tay, called my engineer at the time, called Jet, and we made Priceless.
Have you told me that story before? 'Cause,
Maybe.
I mean, that's a pretty nice story. Did it happen all in the same day?
Yeah.
That's sick. It would be funny if you're like, I forgot to wash my hands and just I made that beat pressed on the pads with dirty fingers.
My shit hands.
Not to get too gross, but like I'll write on the toilet or like think of ideas on the toilet or like try and like write emails or design things on the toilet, all kinds of stuff. I've noticed that when you do that, you have to consistently be wiping or else you are going to like chap your asshole. You know what I mean?
What? No.
Dude, if you're sitting, okay, so
What the
here,
fuck?
no.
bro?
Let me rephrase this. If
come
you're
on, son.
so when you wrote Priceless, right? Was
Yeah.
it before or after you wiped?
Before.
Okay, so if you are sitting there writing your verses, do you write the whole verse and then wipe when you're done?
I mean, so like I sat down. This shit began to crown from, where
Yes.
shit's come out of in my body.
Yes.
And then fucking, I was like, oh, drop bars like bombs and no ISIS.
Yeah.
I'm good, motherfucker. I'm priceless. And I just continued to push shit out of my ass while my thumbs typed up this verse real quick. It's just a quick 32, you know what I mean? So I wrote that out real quick, finished shitting. I think I had time to get on TikTok.
So it took a minute. It took a minute for it to exit your body.
Yeah.
So you were able to get a good amount of bars written while it was still exiting your body?
Exactly, yeah, mid-defecation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long would you say it took you, like, in whole to write what you did on the toilet?
6 to 7 minutes.
Okay. So how many minutes do you think were after it had exited your body?
So post shitting, took a shit.
3 minutes?
I'm shitting. I write the song. I hop on TikTok for a minute. Then I wipe my asshole and then fucking. So I would say all of maybe an additional like 4 minutes had passed.
What I'm saying is, like, if you're writing and the shit has already exited your body, the shit begins to dry.
Look like?
No, the shit begins to dry, and it's harder to wipe off.
So he's saying, because I
you
get
not
what
get
he's
what I'm
saying.
saying?
No,
I don't know why you guys. I usually take this shit and I'm just chilling. Like I wipe and I'm chilling.
I drink a fuck ton of water, so I have like moist shits.
Yeah, I know that we don't need to get into the moisture.
We're already here, you know what I mean?
I understand. I'm just saying, like,
Drink more water.
it's just like.
You guys
I guess
let
what
the
I'm saying
shit
is the
stick on your
quicker you
asshole
wipe, the easier
and dry
it is.
up
This
is what
is
you're
outrageous.
saying. That's what he's saying.
Dude, once you get into
talking
the
about the
third
stick-
episode, it starts to get into the nitty
I
gritty.
mean, you're not just mad casual at this point. That's
So when you were wiping, was it just like crusty?
I thought
and
you said
hard?
a completely different word than wiping for a second. I was like, whoa, Marquise, we don't do that. But anyway, when you're wiping, what?
What are you thinking,
I
bro? We're
thought you
talking
were
about
saying-
shit.
I thought you were saying like a really bad word.
When you're wiping, and
whitening. Like I don't understand.
No, I
You're
thought you said
bleaching your anus.
I thought you said like a word that starts with R and ends
oh
with
my,
ING.
what the fuck,
Oh.
bro?
It was bad.
Yeah,
But,
That is horrible.
Christ.
so
But
what were you saying?
So when you were wiping, like, did you like feel crusties or something?
No, I
like
don't
that? Is that-
feel
is that-
crusties. I'm
Is
saying
that why you
I
had to
would,
get
like,
to it fast?
Yeah, you
or
got
I
to
something?
would
dingleberries?
shit quick, exit the
Okay.
body quick, and then I usually do the writing. I like to be in the moment when I'm shitting. And then once I finish like the movement, I start writing or designing what I'm doing. And then that takes me like 5 minutes. And so now I've been sitting there 5 minutes with an unwiped butt. Meaning that it's going to be like never mind.
You need to take a shower. You need a fucking.
I just had
bidet.
I would like a bidet. Bidet would be sick for this
You're not
problem.
talking on the mic.
Yeah,
Hey, it'd be cool for real, no homo. I had to put that bitch down for a sec. I was like, what the fuck is going on, son?
we got to get you to work, so we'll get out of here.
get outta here.
But
Sure.
last
It's been fun.
no, shut up.
What you said too quick? Bro,
Hold on.
Oddly
I want to
cunty.
get this last thing out because I had something really funny happen to me. I'll do it quickly. I was over at my friend's house, and because we're on the subject, I was over at my friend's house, and there's like kids at this house, and they had built like this Lego set, right?
Yeah.
And it was like jungle animals.
Yeah.
There was this like tiger, like a fully built tiger made of
Right.
Legos. It was really cool. And I was picking it up, looking at it. I was like, this is pretty sick. And he's like, yeah, you know what else is crazy? And he lifts the tail up, and there's a butthole for this tiger. Like a Lego piece was dedicated to the butthole. It was like a pink little stud. And I was like, bro, What is going on? Why was that like a piece that they added?
Realistic, bro.
And the instructions, is it like put the pink butthole piece here?
Yeah.
That has been episode 59 of the Scheuneman Show. Tune in next week. It's been great. Check out the website. Browse from the Foundation collection.
Buy some shit.
It's something beautiful. Matt, do you have anything to say to these good, kind folks before you head out here?
This isn't coming out till Sunday, right?
No. Well, so we drop on Mondays, and this won't be dropping until
2 weeks, right?
not this Monday, but next Monday.
Okay, so by the time this comes out, I will have a new song out. That shit's coming out. What is today? The 20. Today is the 20th, so Saturday.
Dead Island 2
Saturday.
comes out tonight. I'm sorry. I'm super excited.
No, reasonable. So I've got that coming. Just stay safe, everybody. Honestly, man.
What's the song called?
Ooh.
Ooh.
OOH. It's not very. It's the sample is just someone going ooh. So
Was that the first or second one you played for us before the song? I mean, before the pod started.
Fuck me, I played you 3. So it was the dubstep song. Oh, well, dubstep shit recently. That would have been.
Say you didn't play.
That would have been cool to bring up at some point.
Second. That means
I think it was the second. No, it was the first. I'm retarded.
I didn't know if we could say there was a dubstep one. So there was the dubstep was first. The second one was
Dubstep.
No, our word.
the second one was I don't know what it was, but then I think the third one was the one I said I had heard on your Snapchat story.
Oh yeah. That one's called Guillotine.
Okay. So Ooh was like the second one.
It's on the way. Yeah, Guillotine Goulier project, bro. There's some. I didn't even get to get into this. I got a whole like persona thing.
It's just not good at work.
So fucking Tyler, the creator's got Flower Boy. I'm working on a whole Guillotine Goulier thing going on right now.
Is that like your alter ego?
Type shit, yeah.
I literally have a question in here. Do you have a rap alter ego?
Yeah,
let's just not go to work. Let's come on.
Guillotine Goulier. And the project that I'm gonna put out is of course going to be called Guillotine Goulier. I'm not like changing my fucking name for Matt Demon, but that is like a side entity that I'm gonna kind of have going on.
I fucks with that.
Build up
I feel
the
like
lore.
we're gonna have you on a fourth time to get more into the interview that I have.
Absolutely.
And then also we can talk more. Maybe we can have Guillotine Goulier.
So GOULY apostrophe E.
I need help on the pronunciation, not the spelling.
Goulier.
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 Goulier. Guillotine Goulier could maybe be the first appearance, and Matt Demon can stay at home, and Guillotine Goulier could maybe try and like.
I mean, you could for this episode just do it too for fucking episode 59 featuring Matt Demon and Guillotine Goulier.
No, but I want to have because Guillotine Goulier hasn't came out.
You're not wrong. This is the first time I'm talking about it publicly, actually.
But also, like,
The whole thing.
I'm trying to help you captivate this alter ego, so you could come into the podcast being like, okay, I will answer however I think that Guillotine Goulier would answer, and that doesn't have to be super different from how you would answer, but it could be like a little flair or flavor that's different. But that's just a thought. We'll get you out of here. Marquise, do you have anything to say to the people?
Ciao.
Goodbye, folks.
Yeah, love you, Mom.